Hi everyone, Melanie Cameron here with the Cameron team, Coldwell Banker, Seacoast Advantage. It is a Saturday afternoon, January 20th. Always trying to keep you informed of what's going on in all things real estate. Got an email earlier this morning from Tammy on my team, who's one of my buyer's agents, about an article that we got from the National Association of Realtors. Printed it out, started to look at it, and thought it was a really good information to share with everyone, homeowners and home buyers alike. As most of you know, or if you haven't heard in the news, as of midnight last night, our government shut down because our trusted colleagues in Congress could not approve a continuing resolution for funding a lot of government operations. So, what does that mean to you? Well, I got this article, and it says, the NAR sent it to us, it says, what does a government shutdown mean to realtors? And I really think it affects more people than just realtors, and I wanted to share with you my thoughts on what is going on here and what it means to you as homeowners and home buyers, because it doesn't just affect me as a realtor, it affects you too. First of all, flood insurance. Because of the shutdown, the National Flood Insurance Program is no longer able to write new flood insurance policies or renew existing policies. Now, it does say in the information that policies that are up for renewal will be in effect for 30 days after the expiration, but you can't get new policies right now. So if you are looking to purchase waterfront property or property that requires flood insurance, you can't do that right now. So this is something you need to be watching very closely. USDA loans, federal rural housing programs, which is a part of our market here in Wilmington, because it affects a lot of areas like Pender County, Brunswick County, and parts of New Hanover County that qualify for 100% financing because they're in more rural areas. Right now, no closings. Scheduled closings of direct loans from the USDA will not occur, nor will they approve other ones. If they do close, lenders are doing so at their own risk. Not a good thing, not a good thing. Internal Revenue Service. As of right now, the IRS is closed. They have suspended the processing of all forms, including tax return scripts, which most people need to get their loan approved, whether they're getting a government loan or not. Social Security office is also closed. They have suspended most customer service functions and won't be up and running again until the government can figure out what they're doing with this resolution and funding for the government. It's a pretty big deal. Hopefully these guys will get their stuff together and figure out a resolution that everyone can agree on so that the government can continue working. There are a few programs that are still up and running that this will not be affected by, which is some good news. FHA, Federal Housing Administration, will continue endorsing new loans, although the issues with the IRS and confirming tax transcripts and the Social Security Administration could slow up that process. The FHA is still working as usual. Same thing with the VA. The VA is still funding loans. They apparently aren't as dependent on some of these funds as other programs in the government are. And let's see what else. Government-sponsored enterprises. Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac, which back a lot of other loans out there, are also under normal operations. But it's kind of frustrating. It's really frustrating for me that our elected officials can't agree on a resolution to fund government operations. It's not like they just found out about this last week. This is something that has been ongoing. They knew what the deadlines were. And I hope that come re-election time, some of us can remind them at the polls what their job is and that they can all do a better job of it. So anyway, I've got this whole article. If you're interested in reading it in depth, I'm happy to forward it to you. Either call me, text me, shoot us an email at cameronteam@seacoastrealty.com, and we will forward you a full copy of it. Hopefully by next week at this time, all this will be resolved and everything will be back up and running as normal. But I'll say a prayer for these government officials in the meantime. Have a great weekend, everyone.